If you are a public school teacher or an aspiring public school teacher, well, this video is for you. But don't forget to subscribe or hit the bell button for you to be updated on my next uploads.
Good news! SRI 2020 pirmado na! President Duterte grants 10,000 pesos service recognition incentive. Watch the full video kung qualified ka ba. By the President of the Philippines Administrative Order Number 37, authorizing the grant of service recognition incentive to government employees for fiscal year 2020. Whereas, under Section 17, Paragraph 4 of Congress Joint Resolution Number 4, dated June 17, 2009, the President, upon recommendation of the Department of Budget and Management, is authorized to update the compensation and position classification system for civilian personnel and base pay schedule for military and uniformed personnel, as well as the policies on and levels of allowances, benefits, and incentives applicable to all government personnel. Whereas, the DBM has recommended updating the policies on and levels of incentives applicable to all government personnel through the grant of a one-time incentive to recognize and further encourage the unwavering commitment and dedication of government employees in performing their work, their continued support and collaborative efforts in the delivery of services to the public, as well as their diligence in the effective and efficient performance of their respective functions. Whereas, Joint Resolution Number 4 authorizes the grant of incentives to reward an employee's loyalty to government service and contributions to the agency's continuing viable existence, incentives as rewards for exceeding agency financial and operational performance targets to motivate employee efforts toward higher productivity, and other existing benefits to be categorized by the DBM as incentives. Whereas, government employees deserve to be rewarded for their collective and unceasing participation in an invaluable contribution to the administration's continuing efforts toward the establishment of streamlined government processes and more responsive delivery of public services, especially in the midst of the public health emergency caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Now therefore, Rodrigo Roa Duterte, President of the Philippines, do hereby order the grant of service recognition incentive for employees in the executive department. This order authorizes the grant of a one-time service recognition incentive or SRI at a uniform rate not exceeding 10,000 pesos for each of the following personnel in the executive department: civilian personnel in national government agencies, including those in state universities and colleges and government-owned or controlled corporations occupying regular, contractual, or casual positions, and military personnel of the Armed Forces of the Philippines under the Department of National Defense and uniformed personnel of the Philippine National Police, BFP, and Bureau of Jail Management and Penology under the Department of Interior and Local Government, the Bureau of Corrections under the Department of Justice, the Philippine Coast Guard under the Department of Transportation, and the National Mapping and Resource Information Authority under the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. The grant of the SRI shall be subject to the following conditions. The civilian personnel are occupying regular, contractual, or casual positions. The personnel are still in the government service as of November 30, 2020. The personnel have rendered at least a total or an aggregate of 4 months of satisfactory service as of November 30, 2020, inclusive of services rendered under any of the alternative work arrangement prescribed by the Civil Service Commission. Those who have rendered less than a total or an aggregate of 4 months of satisfactory service shall be entitled to a pro-rate share of the SRI, 40% for those who have rendered 3 months but less than 4 months, 30% for 2 months but less than 3 months, 20% for 1 month but less than 2 months, and 10% for those who have rendered less than a month. And the employees have not received any additional year-end benefit in fiscal year 2020. The payment of the SRI to all qualified government employees shall not be earlier than December 21, 2020. As may be necessary, the DBM shall issue supplemental guidelines to effectively implement this order. This order shall take effect immediately following its complete publication in the official gazette or in a newspaper of general circulation. Done in the city of Manila this 18th of December in the year of our Lord 2020.